Guys, welcome to episode 1 of our Downstreaming series. I promise you that this series, wow, it's going to be very comprehensive. And by the end of this series, guys, wow, you're going to be able to become a downstreaming ninja. Now, I'm going to put this up for you guys here. What you're seeing on the screen is our house washing system. Step number 1, connect to water supply. Number 2, home and plant protection, something you see us do a lot when we're out in the field. Number 3, you're going to do a walkthrough. Number 4, the 5 around. Of course, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. Marketing, picking up the neighbors when you guys are out there actually doing the jobs. Number 5 is when we're actually doing the house itself. We're going to spray our hot sauce, then rinse it off. Number 6, this is when we get the client and do a final walkthrough with them. And then finally, number 7 is we collect payment. And then finally, number 8, we ask for that awesome 5-star Google review. Don't worry, guys. I am going to, throughout this series, we're going to be talking a lot about this house washing system. You don't have to write this down right now, because basically every single one of these episodes that we're going to be doing out in the field together is going to be about the 8-step approach, this system, house washing system, so you guys can get out there. Because remember, guys, it's all about that quality of service. Gonna help you tremendously out there with your branding. Also, these videos are going to be a little bit longer than most of my videos, because guys, there's going to be very little editing. It's going to be all with the GoPro, because I want you guys right there. I want you guys inches away from that wall with me. I want you guys to feel like you're washing that house with me. And then, so, you know, I'm not doing any time-lapse video or anything like that. And then also, in this intro, I'm going to show you guys how I make my house washing mix. So I'm going to use the same intro for all the videos, because, you know, otherwise it's going to get very, very, very boring for you guys, because it's going to be repetitive. But all you got to do is copy this formula exactly. Of course, if you want to know more about the chemicals and everything that we use, watch episode 10. But I'm going to show you guys today how I batch mix my house mix. Now, most of you guys, like 95% of you guys, are going to be batch mixing. When you batch mix, it just means that you are actually pre-making the house solution that you're going to need for that day. And what I recommend you guys as new guys is you're going to need about 10 gallons of mix per house. So if you have 3 houses to wash that day, I would recommend you make about 30 gallons of mix. And then also, as a new guy, do not make mix for multiple days. I recently had one of you guys reach out to me and said that you had pre-made your house mix for 2 weeks. That's a big mistake, because, you know, this SH, guys, it does not last forever. It loses strength. So you want to make sure that you're making your mix no later than, let's say, no more than 2 or 3 days at a time. So the mix you make for Monday should last you Monday, Tuesday, maybe by Wednesday you're making new mix. So let's get into this. Now, in order to make your mix, you're going to need one of these. It doesn't have to be metal like mine. This is a cooking cup, okay? A measuring cup. You're just going to order that on Amazon. It costs like, I think I paid like $5 or $6 for this. I chose metal just because, you know, I drop stuff all the time and I don't want it to break. But anyway, so this is what I refer to when I'm telling you a cup. So a cup of surfactant. Now, the surfactant I use right here, you can see it, is Snapmonade. I mentioned this, I don't even know how many times now. If you use a different surfactant, that's fine. Okay, if you use Eliminator or Southern Draw from 𝐂𝐠, that's fine. As long as you are using a professional commercial grade surfactant. Again, the one that I use is Snapmonade. We order this in like 5-gallon pails. I have probably right now here at the shop about 40 or 50 gallons of this stuff. So here you go. So when you're going to batch mix, this is a 55-gallon vertical tank. Now, today we're going to be downstreaming 4 houses, okay? 4 houses. So I'm going to make 30 gallons. Now, here's the thing. I only actually need about 25 gallons. That's really what I rock. That's really what I take out into the field with me on a daily basis, is about 25 gallons of pre-made mix. You guys are gonna need a little bit more like I explained, but I always like to take a little bit extra because 6, 7 out of 10 times I'm picking up neighbors. So you guys gotta take that into account. In your case, I am using my hose here, my transfer pump hose, but in you guys' case, you're actually going to carry like the gallon jugs. Make sure that you carry a little bit extra with you in case you miscalculated and you need to make some mix on the fly. And then also if you pick up the neighbor, okay? So anyway, I've already put in this tank right here in the back here, I've already put 15 gallons of SH. Remember, SH, guys, stands for sodium hypochlorite, aka bleach. Now, you're going to make what's called a 50-50 mix. So that means that the mix is going to be half water and half bleach. In my case here, I am making 30 gallons of pre-made mix, batch mixing, okay? So I've already put it in this tank right here, guys. The tank was bone dry. So what I did already is I put 15 gallons of SH in here. Okay, you guys got that? It's got 15 gallons of SH. I need 30 gallons. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna fill this up. All I gotta do is turn this on right here. You guys can see here, look, nothing but water. You see that? Now I'm running nothing but water. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this on screen right here, but I got a little black line here where my hand is. Anyway, that's the 30-gallon mark right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this is very important, your surfactant, you're going to put a cup for every 10 gallons, okay? A cup for every 10 gallons. Actually really easy math, right, guys? So you see me here, look. Again, this is Snot-Monade, cherry-scented Snot-Monade. So there you go. 1, that's 1 cup. 2 right here. I love this stuff, guys. The reason why I don't use a lemonator is because to me, a lemonator smells too much like bleach. And this right here, oh man, guys, if you guys get the cherry scented, oh man, guys, it smells like cherry Kool-Aid. You guys remember drinking Kool-Aid as kids? So anyway, that's my third right there. And that's it right there, guys. So remember, you're using a cup, a measuring cup for every 10 gallons of mix. So if I was making 50 gallons, it would be 5 cups. If I was making 20 gallons, it'd be 2 cups. If I was making 25 gallons, it'd be 2.5 cups. If I was making 35 gallons, it would be 3.5 cups. So that's super easy. And then you gotta, I'm about like half an inch away from reaching my mark here of 30 gallons and my mix is done. So I'm gonna hold this right here. Again, look, just water. And this is what's called a 50-50, and that's it, that's done. So there you have it, guys. This is the same mix. Now, on this truck, I have a roof pump, and I can transfer, I have a metering system, and I can transfer chemicals as needed. But of course, you guys starting out, you're not gonna have that. 99% of you guys are gonna be batch mixing, and that's how you're gonna do it, guys. 50-50 mix, half water, half bleach, and then you're gonna put 1 cup of surfactant for every 10 gallons of mixture. And then the final thing I'm gonna leave you with is this. If you are getting your bleach at Walmart or Home Depot, you're gonna run that straight. You guys got that? If you're getting at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're gonna run that straight because you cannot trust what that ratio says on a bottle. More likely, if it says 10% or 11% or 12%, whatever it says on a bottle, expect it to be a lot less than that because again, guys, you don't know how long that's been sitting in a warehouse somewhere, right? My SH gets delivered to me every Monday fresh. And then that whole week, we go through 500-600 gallons of SH, and then on Monday they deliver another 500-600 gallons for me. So we're always using brand spanking new fresh SH. So I recommend you guys do that. You're gonna run it straight if you're getting it from Lowe's or Home Depot. But if you're getting commercial grade SH, like from a chemical supply company or maybe a pressure washing supply company, something along those lines where you know your SH is really good and it's strong, then you're gonna wanna cut it because you'll be spraying 2 like chemical that is too strong, and then plus you're going to be going through a lot of chemicals. So there you have it, guys. This is how I make my mix. Guys, I do not change my mix for nothing. This is how every single one of my trucks goes out every day, and we use the same mix. Remember, quality comes from consistency, guys. So get out there, work this system, and make sure that above everything else, you do it exactly as I tell you, because you're going to be able to reach that same quality as well. Now let's get out there and wash some houses. I got a dirty one for you guys today. Gonna do a quick walk around here so you guys can see what it is that we're doing here. Of course, one of the main things that we're gonna talk a lot about in this series is downstreaming. You guys can see here all the prep work. I'm gonna show you a lot of home protection, guys. Make sure that you're doing your home protection. You see that? Even the keyhole right here on the door. That's the bell. So tape up all of your outlets just like so. You guys see how green this is? Wait until you see the side here. I'm gonna show you guys, and organically as we do this, we're gonna work the system. Look at this, guys. I'm not gonna say this is the dirtiest house I've seen over a 12-year career, but man, guys, wow, it's gotta be up there. It's got up there. I mean, this wall has every outdoor organic on it that you can think of. That right there is lichen. You got mildew, mold, got mat moss. You got everything growing on this wall. Again, home protection here, the AC unit. You see that right there. I moved also a couple potted plants. You know, home protection, plant protection, guys. Most important part. You don't want to damage people's things. You guys see this right here? Wow, we're gonna knock this down together. Okay, so step number one of the system is you're gonna connect to water supply. I haven't done it yet, because the first thing that you wanna do is you wanna open up the spigot, okay, like that, and leave it running for about 10 seconds. You guys probably couldn't see this on camera, but like a bunch of green stuff came out. So the first thing that you do before you connect, open up the water, so that way, two things, you're gonna know if it's running. And then the second thing is you're flushing out all the rocks and the debris and all of that stuff. You don't want to clog up your tank and your filter with stuff. So step number one, connect to water supply, but make sure you open up the thing first there. And then step number two, we're doing the, oh, look at that up there, guys. Wow. Wow. So step number two, we're doing it right now. I mean, I'm sorry, I already did it, which is the home and plant protection. You guys see here, this house is pretty dirty, and that's what I'm showing you guys now. Of course, I didn't do step one first because I wanted to show you guys there how I check that. Look at this. Wow. Again, all the outlets here. So we're hitting this with a 50-50 mix. So, and then up there, I don't know if you can see this really well. Gutters up there are really bad. So, all right, let's turn the corner here. You can see there's a lot of country here. These people actually own a horse farm. I'm going to show you here real quick. Another AC unit. Wrap that, and then underneath here is your Verizon box. You see how I just put a plastic bag cover this right there, and then their main door that they use, the keyhole's there, because the solution will get in the keyhole and then the key won't work. Okay, so make sure you put a little piece of tape on that as well. And I wanted to show you this as well. This outlet here actually had a cable in it connected. Guys, make sure you pull the cables out and then put the tape. Okay, and then one final thing that I'm going to show you here before we get cracking is make sure you put a tape over these control boxes for your garage doors, because we have fried this as well in the past. So this right here, so the chemical will come down and slide and it won't fry the units in there. And she had two of them. one here and one here. So there you have it. And then also real quick, how we got this job. So across the way there, on the other side here, that house right there, that's the house where we did house and roof combo. That's that house right there. This is her sister's house, and they were so happy with the work over there, guys, that that's why she called. She kept going on and on to her sister about how awesome everything looks. Remember I told you these people had a horse farm? This is that horse field right here. And again, I was recording from the top of that garage right there on the center of your screen where my finger is. And but yeah, make sure you're going out there and you're doing quality work. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around and knock this guy down. Okay, so there you have it. One of the things that I wanted to bring up, so you see how down there I connected to the water, but the last step of that is you want to make sure that you walk to your vehicle to 100% guarantee that the water is going into your tank. The reason I bring that up is because when I walked over there, the water was not going into the tank, and the reason for that being was that there was a kink in the line. So here we are downstreaming. If you guys notice, I started in a corner there. When you're downstreaming, okay, you want to start in a corner and work your way slowly up from ground to gutter. So I go as far as I can with my fan tip, right? You see how I'm pretty much reaching all the way to the top of my fan tip. Then when I get to the other corner, that's when I switch to my shooter tip. So, and we're gonna talk a lot about this on in the series, right? Downstreaming series is why we do what we do. Now, the other thing is, if you've noticed, I started on the dirtiest side. You always want to start on the dirtiest side because this is where you want your solution to sit the longest, which makes sense, right? Because the dirtiest side, you want your solution to sit there and work the longest. Then we're gonna do the second dirtiest side, and the third, the fourth, and so forth. And the second dirtiest side here is the back of the house. So real quick here, you guys see how I made it to the corner? Now I am going to switch to my shooter tip. And remember, I mentioned this a lot when we do house washes. You want to go from ground to gutter, just like how I'm doing here. From ground to gutter. So now I'm hitting all the parts where the fan tip didn't get to. There you go, from ground to gutter. Now I'm hitting the soffits there, the little white part here, right below the roof line. I can pretty much hit all the way. Oh yeah, I can hit all the way to the other side from here. Look at that, guys. Ground to gutter. Now I'm hitting the fascia board. So anyway, I was saying we're gonna talk a lot about the system, because you know, you guys, the video right before this one, right before we started our series, we did a branding video, if you guys remember correctly. And in that branding video, we talked about the most important thing. Oh, look at that, guys. There's moss right there on that window. Right there. We talked about branding. And the number one thing with branding is you gotta do quality work. And that's why we focus on systems, because that's how you're gonna get that, you know, that level of consistency in everything that you do out in the field. Systems, okay? So, you know, you guys saw there from the introduction at the shop, we talked about the 8 steps. And that's what you guys are gonna focus on here. Of course, you know, now I'm doing the house washing part. And the other thing I'm gonna tell you guys is this. Oh, right here, I can get a lot of sauce right here. This wall, of course, is gonna need about, you know, I would say at least a good three coatings. Okay, so now I'm switching to my fan tip because I'm going to the back side of the house. So the other thing is this, we're gonna talk a lot about in this series is technique. You know, oh, look at this, guys. So I guess there was some kind of hive's nest right there on the door, right here. Technique. So one of the things that you guys do that slows them down a lot. There's actually 3 things that I want you guys to focus on, okay? So if you guys notice, you see what I'm doing here? How I never churn the gun off, all right? So that's your tip number 1. Never turn your gun off. Practice this technique right here. Do it, see that? Never turn the gun off. So one of the things, there's 3 things, I'll put them up here on the screen. 3 mistakes that all new guys make when they're downstreaming is, number 1, they take too long on one side. They don't understand that house washing, the solution has a dwell time. Guys, that's as far as my hose will go, but that's as far as we need it to go anyway. So the number 1 mistake is they take too long. They'll sit on a wall for 10, 15 minutes. That's not how any of this works, guys, because the solution, again, has a dwell time. Let's see if we can at least make it to this one side. Ooh, right there, of that dormer. The solution has a dwell time, right? The dwell time is 8 to 12 minutes, depending on, you know, your solution, where you get it and all that. But overall, industry standard, 8 to 12 minutes. So the bottom line is, I just want to spray and go. I still got to use my fan tip here, I mean my shooter tip here to get up there. On the gutter's really dirty up there. So the number 1 mistake is that they take too long. They don't understand dwell time. You just gotta, and remember, every wall on a typical house wash, you're gonna do 2 or 3 passes, right? So phase 1, we're doing it right now, which is the sauce phase, but I may need to do this 2, 3 times. This whole house, you guys see how dirty this house is, right? So 2 or 3 times I may need to hit this entire house. So, you know, I don't need to sit here and keep hitting. Now I'm going to switch to my shooter tip. Okay. The second mistake that new guys make that I want you guys to practice is new guys spend too much, not time, they switch between tips too many times, right? You guys notice here, I'm switching from fan tip to shooter tip only once or twice per side, okay? If you're doing it more than that, you're probably goofing up. Only once or twice per side. So I go from the left side of the house to the right side of the house with my fan tip. Then when I get all the way over, then I switch to my shooter tip. That's what you guys saw me do, right? So that's the number 2 mistake that guys make. And then the number 3 mistake is that, right there, it's really dirty, right below the, what's it called, the soffit, is what I was talking to you guys there in the beginning, was that they turn the gun on and off too many times, like constantly turning the gun on and off. Like, I only turn the gun off, guys, basically to right there, that dormer and that soffit up there really bad, basically to switch from, you know, my fan tip to shooter tip. That's it. That's it. Really dirty up there in those soffits. Okay. And you see that, right? Like, see how I don't really turn the gun off. And so that's a technique that I want you guys to master and practice, not turning the gun off. Okay? So don't spend too much time on one side. Just put solution on it and go. The only part left here on this side is the soffit and the gutter up here. Because again, you're going to be hitting a wall multiple times. And then practice not turning your gun off. See that? How I switch like that. Just like that. Ooh, right there. And the soffit right there. Not turning your gun off. And then the other technique is make sure that you, that soffit right there where it's hitting the, touching the roof right there. Really bad. That you're not switching tips all the time and you're not turning your gun off. Those are the 3 techniques that I want you guys to really master It's got a lot of wasp nests all over the place. Okay, so now, guys, we're doing the second coating of the first wall. Okay, second coating. I'm going to start up here because it's probably one of the worst parts is up there. Your lichen is starting to get real soft now, so that's good. This wall here is going to need, man, I would say at least another 2 coat, or maybe 1 or 2 more. You can see the lichen is coming off as soon as it touches it. Lichen bacteria, really hard to get rid of lichen bacteria. And this is the worst wall. So those are 3 techniques I want you guys to master, and you know, really focus on implementing the system within your company, guys, because that's going to be a huge difference maker for you. The low part, I'm going to switch back to fan tip, like so. Just like that. Ooh, that's really bad right there. Switching to my fan tip here, and I'm definitely going to have to hit this 1 more time because some of this lichen here is still really hard to get rid of. Like there. Let the solution just soften that up like butter. Like butter. Then the other thing is, another question that I get a lot is, ooh, right there. A lot on the channel is how much chemical, you know, typically you're gonna go through. Well, right there. Now we're gonna move on to the front. You know, typical house wash, guys. Now you're gonna go through as a new guy. I'm saying, not a professional. You're gonna go through anywhere between 12 to 15 gallons as a new guy. I'm saying, not a professional. Most professionals, you know, when you've been in the game for a minute, you're doing about 6 to 8 gallons of solution per house, right around there. Oh, guys, I got a weird angle right here. I'm gonna have to switch to my, let me see, can I? No, I can't. I won't be able to get all the way up there. Really weird angle. So this is one of those situations where I gotta switch to my shooter tip to get it all the way up there, the eaves up there. There you go, look. Ooh, just like that. And again, my goal is just to get solution on it. I'm hitting all the way on the other side of the roof now. Let that sit. You see how quick that was? That was less than 10 seconds, something like that. So, you know, because as a new guy, you know, you're going to go through a lot of solution because you don't know what you're doing yet, and you don't have a, you know, a set technique down yet. Make sure you guys are out there practicing the system, like I was telling you guys, because that's what's going to give you that quality work. Okay, there's that house right there, guys. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. I'm coming around here. You're gonna be able to see it really well over here. Look, there's that house right there, right there in the middle of the screen right there. I was on the roof of that garage. So, and again, I mean, that's why we got this job. Quality work. You did a quality work over there, and then we picked up the sister. I'm gonna put a little bit of solution on this porch, guys. Look at this. Wow, this thing is dirty. Ooh. Right there, front porch really dirty. Solution. Ha! Good. Cutting right through it. 6%, baby. Right there. Ooh. Right there. Imagine this house, guys. Never been washed. Ever. You can imagine how dirty it is. You know, of course, you know, on camera never does justice, right? Put a little bit of this sauce right here. To actually how dirty something is. Right there, ground to gutter. From the bottom to the top. The soffit's up here. I'm gonna try my best to move around so I don't get anything on the camera. But we gotta hit this soffit's up here really good. Really good. Full of all kinds of ants and wasp nests and all kinds of crap. Hit the windows really good too because you're gonna have organic growth on them as well. Ooh, these columns here, right here. And then hit this part of the soffit right here. Hopefully it doesn't affect the camera too much. Ooh, let me go through. Ooh, trying to move around the best I can, guys, so the camera doesn't get too wet. There you go. This is a great first episode because, you know, you guys get to see a really dirty house. And by the way, ideally, ooh, got a little bit in my eye right now. Ideally, right? I would have never downstreamed the house this bad. If you guys have soft washing capability, you want to hit this with like a 2%. You know, and of course I have an AR-45, as you guys well know, on my truck, my trailer. And ideally, you know, I would have, this would have been great for our, ooh, there's a cracked window. She said there was a couple of the windows that can't be closed. That one has like a 1-inch gap right there. Be careful with that. Ooh, right there. So ideally, I'm gonna have to hit some of this with my shooter tip. Right there. Ideally, I would have hit this with my soft wash gun, right? It would have been great for our soft washing series, but I wanted to show you guys. That's why I like downstreaming so much. Ooh, melting right through it. You guys see it? I don't know if you can see it really well on the screen, but it's like cutting through it like butter, guys. Walk through this. Little plants here. It would have been great for the soft washing series that we got coming up in the next couple months. But the most universal thing that you can do as a new guy is learn how to downstream. Knock out some of these wasp nests while I have the shooter tip on. Ooh, that one's really bad. Right there. Of course, we can knock some of those down also with our, what's it called? Sand tip, water tip. When we rinse, you guys see how nasty this house is. But man, wow, I couldn't have picked a better one, guys, for our first episode, right, of our downstreaming series. Because I mean, you're not gonna get a dirtier one than this for our for this entire series, I don't think. I mean, this one's pretty nasty. Go all the way over here, all the way down there, just like so. Bam. Like I said, I mean, we're gonna do multiple hits here, multiple phases of sauce, 2 or 3 coats, I would say. We just got this dormer left, and then we can move on to the garage side. Great thing is the garage side is like the super clean, so that side's not bad at all. And this is already like 50% of the way, I would say. 50% of the way. I know the garage side's really clean, so I'm gonna come back around and hit a 3rd coating here on this side. Ooh, look at that, guys. Ooh, this wall now is like 80%, I would say. Still got 2, 3 really bad spots on the soffits up there, and also the fascia board. And then you can see the lichen But now the lichen is pretty much almost coming off to the touch. So the lichen is like 90% there. Of course, with pressure, I would be able to get rid of most of it, but you want to try to avoid that as much as possible, you know, like that. Wow. And then we'll hit the back side while we're here. Hit the back side one more time. I told you guys in the beginning, I thought that this wall was going to be 3. This is already the 3rd one right now. 3 coating, the 3rd coating. And it might need 1, maybe even 1 more after that. I mean, wow. But I was saying, guys, you know, I bring this up all the time. You want to stick, as a new guy, you want to stick to house washing. Oh, let me switch to my fan tip down here. House washing and concrete cleaning. That's where the money's at. And by the way, you know, we always talk about this on the channel. I told you guys how I got this job because she's the sister, right? But this is a $699 wash. And that's why I recommend you guys go to your, you know, don't do remote pricing when you're starting out. You know, you want to try to go to as many houses as you can, because I was here like, you know, I came here to do the pricing. I can't remember when it was, but when I saw this wall, I was like, oh man, this is gonna take a couple coats. And so, you know, we got to charge accordingly, even though it's a 2,800 square foot house. You know, we charge $699 because just look how dirty it is, right? There you go. Oh yeah, there you go. Melting like butter. Like butter. Oh, that looks pretty good right there. Getting there. Those gutters up there, wow. They look 1,000 times better already. Get these dormers really good. I have to hit this dormer from the other side when we wrap around, because I want to hit all the windows and doors here really well too. This side here is not going to need any more solution. Like, this side is ready to go for rinsing. Ready to go. Ooh, right there. Ooh, remember the wasp nest that was right there? We'll get the rest of it with just water. You see here, keep telling you guys, see the technique. You see this over and over. You're gonna see this hundreds and hundreds of times during this downstreaming series. Practice the technique of switching from hand to hand so you don't turn your gun off. Practice not switching, you know, your tips too often, and just putting enough chemical that you need. See, I don't know if you're gonna see this from this angle, but the fascia board up here on this dormer is really bad. Let me see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it up there or not. Really, really bad. It's all green and black right there too. Right there. We'll hit that real quick. Hit that one more time. Now the gutter. We'll hit this gutter one more time too, just in case. So this back wall doesn't need it again, but that dormer is going to need one more coat on that fascia board up there. Up there. Oh, there's a little black spot right there too. We'll keep going, and then we'll hit. I already lost count. I don't know if this is our 4th or 5th time hitting this same wall here. There we go. Almost there. I'm pretty confident now that the rest we can just get with water, because all the lichen and the bacteria that was all there is all dead already. You can clearly see it's dead. So it comes out to the touch. Hit the peak up there once more, and then we'll let that solution sit. You got a little bit of that moss. We'll get that moss with the whatchamacallit. A little bit of black spot right there. Try to get rid of that with a little bit of a pressure at the end. You guys remember the peak up here? Let's hit this one more time while we got our fan tip. Oh, it's still green on the fascia board right there. We'll hit this gutter too. Oh, actually, but the siding here is in great shape, guys. Great shape. Switch to our fan tip here so we can get the back of this bush right here. Let that sit right here. Hit this column a little bit. That one column over there didn't get any sauce. You see it right there? It's all green. You can see it from here. There you go. Ooh, this window right here where I'm hitting, full of algae. Now the algae already died, but the window's really dirty still. Cool. So the back side, we're gonna switch over to our shooter tip and hit the back side one more time. So you see how, I wouldn't say complex, but you know, you got to know what you're doing when you're doing this. You got to be able to identify the stains and know that they need to be hit. Now see the fascia board up there? I mean, that's still really bad. Really, really bad. So we'll let that sit a little bit. Oh, that's coming out nice now. Okay, just this one. That's all it needs right there. Just this one right here. And back here it's done. Done, done, done. This is the last coat. Now we'll let that sit. And that's all we needed there. Just let that sit. Hit this gutter one last time. Bam. Move on here to the side. This, I mean, unless there's not a spot up there, everything now can just come off with water. So because we still got our shooter tip, we're gonna touch up the upper parts here of the dormers in the front, and then finish this one side here and get going to the front. And then switch to water and rinse this guy down. There you go. Oh, that dormer up there looks really good, guys. Everything's coming out good. And I'll let you know at the end here how long it's taking. And typically a house wash for us takes right around an hour. But of course, you know, I'm also not doing any kind of crazy editing here, like time lapse or anything. So you guys are seeing this in real time. Really dirty down there. I'm gonna switch to my fan tip so I can hit those columns. And this is going to need it twice too here on this one corner. Right here. Hit this really well. It's full of mold on the outside part of the gutter. And like I said, guys, ideally this would have been a perfect soft washing house, but I wanted to show you guys exactly how what's the word I'm looking for? Universal downstreaming is. Like the chances of you guys, okay? See the windows open right here, cracked open because they don't close all the way anymore. She said, you know, you guys, man, the chances of you guys running into a house this dirty, wow, very, very slim, right? You pull this line a little bit. Very, very slim. It'll be years before you get a house this dirty. This is not typical for us either. Ooh, that's all gone. The green that was here is gone. That's all gone. This is that column that was green a second ago. Look at it. You can see there real good how green it is. Ooh, that's gone. Done. Here we can just hit this with water, because you see all the wasp nests up there. Up there, it's got like 8 or 9 of them. Let's hit this side here. And up there. And like I said, we can hit the rest with water. Get this hose. Let's continue, because we're almost at the phase now where we can switch to water. I'm excited. Get this a little bit more. Most of this stuff has been so softened up by the solution, guys, that even with the smallest amount of pressure here from my fan tip, it's just melting right off the house. And again, because the solution, remember I told you guys the solution, you know, has a dwell time right there. Look at that. Get that really good in the soffit. We'll hit this one side one more time here of this dormer. Wow, I'm so happy that we got to do a house like this together, guys, because this is probably the worst that we'll get in this series. And you see here with the 6% mix, I mean, you can do, if you can do this house here with the 6% mix, you can do any house, right? That's my point here. Because you guys saw how dirty this house was in the beginning. Now, I mean, practically brand new. We're gonna leave it brand new, by the way, when we get out of here. When we do the rinse phase, this house is going to look brand new. Brand spanking new. I'm so excited about this series, guys, because, you know, this is going to be your bread and butter. Downstreaming is our bread and butter. Remember, ground to gutter, you go from one corner to the other corner. See that? Don't turn off the gun unless you have to, like you're switching tips. You see that? Just like that. Look at that. Practice that technique, guys. Okay, and only switch your tip. Only switch tips once, twice maximum. Like doing this whole house wash, I probably switched tips less than 20 times. Like around there, I would say. And that's between all the multiple you know, phases of sauce, right? You guys see how extremely dirty this house is. Got a lot of green right there. It's gone. So that's good. We'll let that sit. Let's move on and do the last side now. Just the garage side. And remember, we're gonna wrap all the way to that corner over there, because I want to touch up that dormer from the other side. And you see, I mean, this side here, not that bad. Like, this side actually looks like a typical house wash side that we do. What a beautiful yard. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful home, beautiful yard. We got one spot up there that's kind of green a little bit. But since we got our fan tip, let's go ahead and hit it right here. Boom. This is the side that we didn't get to because our hose wouldn't reach. Like that. Boom. Now let's hit that with our shooter tip. Let that sit a little bit. Ooh, it's practically gone already. So the solution will kill the rest. There you have it. Switch back to our fan tip so we can do the garage side here. This last side. Switch to water, hose this down. Bam! Just like that, guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby. So I was saying, guys, you know, downstreaming series, you know, I'm excited about the soft washing series. Of course, episodes 170 to 180 is going to be the concrete cleaning series. We're going to be doing patios, Patios, we're going to be doing driveways, walkways, sidewalks, all kinds of concrete cleaning, guys. Right there. Ooh, that's really dirty right there. Get this wall. This door right here is really dirty. Look at that. Yeah, as soon as the solution touches it, you guys see it? It's like, boom, all that mildew gone. Also, let me know in the comment section, guys. I know you guys watch a lot of different content creators. Does anybody else do series like I do? Like, you know, downstreaming series, or you know, like how we did trailer build series. We did, man, this is what, our 4th or 5th series around there. I'm gonna hit this with the fan tip so I don't have to move out of here. Boom, right there. And of course, you know, after we finish all of this episode, I think it's 220, so we're about almost 100 episodes away from doing a series on all of your skill sets, right? Time management, money management. Ooh, look at that. That door, practically brand new already. Money management, all of your skill sets. Customer service, we're gonna do like exactly how to manage your money or set up an awesome customer service system for your business. Okay, we'll let that sit. We'll hit this with our fan tip. Then we'll hit this door one more time because it's really dirty, and then switch to water. Ooh, look at this garage door, guys. Really nasty. There you go. Nasty. A lot of mildew right there. Clean the gutters really good here too. Soffits. Bam. And you guys see what we're gonna talk about this over on the rinse side, the implementation of the system that you saw in the introduction, right? We're on phase 5 right now of the system, which is, you know, phase 5 is just spray, sauce it up, and then rinse, which we're gonna do next. And then after this, we're doing the walkthrough before we get the customer and collect payment. We'll do that together as well. I'm gonna switch one last time to my shooter tip, just so I can get one spot that's right there, and then hit this gutter really good. Maybe have to hit that door one more time. Let me see, because now I had a little bit more dwell time on there. Oh, wow. Wow, that door looks brand new. You guys saw how black it was, and just in case, let's see that dormer up there. Ooh, that one spot. Now it went from green to brown. We'll hit it one last time right there. Right there, baby. There you go. There you go, guys. And then on the other side, like I said, I'm about to switch to water here soon. On the other side, we're gonna break down the system. And every single one of these episodes, that's what this is all about. You guys establishing a great system for yourself that is going to give you these amazing results. So let me go ahead and switch. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO, and the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos, so they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. Okay, guys, so when you're rinsing, you want to do the opposite of what you did during the sauce phase. When you're rinsing, you want to go from the top to the bottom, right? Like I said, the complete opposite. So that's why I'm starting on the very tippity top right there. And the windows, I do 5 seconds on each piece of glass. So 10 seconds per window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. And then this house is low enough where we can just go with our shooter or fan tip right here. Right here. Oh, you guys remember right here where I'm spraying? That's where that big wasp nest was. Of course, it was already pretty much all broken down already, but ooh, that looks really good. Remember, from the top to the bottom for your water. Doors, big pieces of glass, I put 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, so let's talk about it, break down real quick, guys. The implementation of the system, right? So that's what you guys are seeing here, is an 8-step approach, 8-step process for house washing. So it's a house washing system. Step number 1, you guys saw, I flushed out the water. Ooh, there's a wasp right in there. Big old nasty wasp right on the window. You guys saw that. When I flipped the spigot to make sure that, you know, I'm not getting debris in my tank. Any debris in my tank, you guys saw that. And then I walked to the truck, made sure 100% that the water was running in a tank, and that's when I noticed that it wasn't, and it was a kink in a line. So I fixed that kink. That's what you guys want to do. I can't even begin to tell you guys how many times this has happened where I rode up on one of my guys, you know, on a random, and ooh, oh, I already got it. Those are wasp nests right there, right on the soffit. And they're like in the back of the house washing, and I pull up and I look at their buffer tank and it's almost empty. And then it was because they're working that whole time with a kink in a line, and they didn't even notice when they started, and then they milk their tank, and then, you know, they're about to run out of water. So make sure. And I've also gotten calls from the guys in the field where they go, I don't know what's the problem is, there's no water coming out, and then they go see the buffer tank is empty because there was a problem, like a kink in the hose reel or something. They didn't notice it, and it bled their tank dry. So you want to make sure, step number one, because you can't do anything without water. That's the point of step number one. Step number two, you saw it in my walkthrough when we did a walk around the house here. Let me get this annoying piece of vine right here. Step number two, you got to see it. Home and plant protection. I moved a couple things out of my way, and I taped up everything like you see there where I'm spraying the, what's that called, the Verizon box. Taped up all of the outlets, so I'm not affecting the, what is that thing called, the, you know, any electricity in the house at all. You know, I'm guaranteeing myself. There's really dirty down here. Ooh, look at this guy. Clean this up real good. Get rid of this. Ooh, wow, look at that. Let me stand to the side because I'm gonna get the camera dirty. Right. Ooh, look at that, guys. Wow. Man. Remember, guys, pay attention to the small details, you know, because that's where the big money is, in the small details. Clean things up really well for people. I'm gonna see if I can touch that up a little bit more with my white tip, pressure tip. 40 degree, by the way, 40 degree white tip. Not bad at all. Switch over to my fan tip to clean up the walls. You guys can see it's pretty dirty. Attention to details, guys. That's where your big money is at. Make sure you guys pay attention to those things, you know. Don't have the attitude of like, oh, customer didn't pay me to do that, didn't hire me to do that. If it's something small like this, no, obviously, I'm not talking about doing a driveway for free, but this little tiny little, you know, pad right here, all day. Because you never know. Let me stand away for a second because still got a lot of soap on the wall over here. Let me hit that part up there. And then we're gonna finish touching this up. But you're going back to the system, right? Ooh, right there. Going back to the system, you know, you guys saw the home protection, step number 2, plant protection. Of course, I'm also doing plant protection now because as I go around, I am watering all the plants, right? Home protection. The goal at the end is you want to have the home, the windows, and all the plants chemical free. That's what we're doing now. Part of the plant protection and home protection. Step number 2 of the system, right? And then step number 3 is we go around and we do a walk around. You guys saw me doing that walk around. Doing this walk around, you're going to do a couple of things. Let me stand over here a little bit further away from the machine because of the noise. Step number 3, guys. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. I wonder if I can get rid of this vine. Annoying little vine here as well. There you go. You want to, step number 3, doing that walk around, guys, by the way, you want to, 2 things here. You want to check for liabilities, like a broken window, broken siding, something that, you know, you don't want to get blamed for stuff, right? And people don't pay attention to their house, so if there's a broken siding, then you do the walkthrough with them, they're going to think you did it. So bottom line is make sure you're taking pictures of that stuff. And then the second thing, when you do your walk around, you know, spot upselling opportunities. Basement stairwell, a patio, a deck, driveway, gutters, whatever. And then upsell that to the customer. So in that phase, you're looking for liability issues that you're going to notify and let the customer know. And then also upselling opportunities. Let's talk about the rest on the other side. So the machine's right there. And I don't want the audio to be affected by it. So let's get over there. Oh, got snagged up on a rock. A lot of boulders here. On the, you guys see that right there? Look. It's one of those houses, guys. That's why, you know, charge accordingly. This is a $700 job. Charge accordingly. Okay, here we go. Ooh, really dirty down there. Wasp nest. Right there. Let me pull my line real good. That way we don't have to worry about it getting snagged up anywhere. It's looking pretty good. Now that solution from that worst side has been sitting on that wall now for however long this video is. I don't even know. I feel like I've been here for about half an hour, maybe a little bit more. Well, definitely more because it took me a little bit of time to do the, you know, the plant protection and all that. I got snagged up here. Plant protection. Okay. Plant protection and home protection in the beginning. So, you know, when I started recording, I'd been here for like 10 minutes. So you guys can see more or less the time. Ooh, that was really dirty right there. Get rid of all that soap. Look, and even when I'm rinsing, guys, look, you see that? Practice that. Give you guys awesome tips there. Techniques for becoming a master. Wash techniques for becoming a master. I'm not gonna spray too much there because it's open. Moving on. And the plants here will spray really good at the end, so I'm not worried about plants. Actually, we'll do this whole part here at the end. We'll spray this chair right here. You guys can see how green this is. Look at that. Yeah. A lot of mildew. There you go. Remember, the back side's already done, so we just have to do this. This, whatever this is, the right side of the house, wherever. You know, this is where we started this whole jigmarole. So, ooh, look at that, guys. You got like handful of lichen spots. Handful. Go ahead and start with our fan tip here, because we're gonna get rid of some of that lichen just with the fan tip. Look at that. Coming right off like butter, like butter. Okay, so going back to our system, right? So we're finishing up step number 5 of the system. For step number 4, you know, once you've done your walkthrough and everything, your buffer tank's filling up, you're gonna do your 5 around. Now, I didn't do 5 around here, and the simple reason is the only neighbor she got, we already did, right? I mentioned that in the very beginning, that house over there, we did the roof. And, oh, let's get rid of this some of this moss right here. There you go. There you go. That's the only reason why I didn't do 5 around here, guys, is because she doesn't have any neighbors. And the only neighbor she got is her sister's house that we already did. Right? So no point in doing that. But that's what you want to do. And when I say 5 around, guys, I'm talking about the neighbor. We'll use the fan tip again, but I want to use the shooter tip now. We're talking about you want to put your 6x9 postcard, the house to the left of where you are, the house to the right, and the 3 houses in the front. That's your 5 around with your 6x9 postcards. Something we talk a lot about on the channel. Your 5 arounds. That's going to pick you guys up a lot of customers, because remember, people want to do business with companies they know, they trust, and they like. It's a lot easier for this woman to hire Mr. Bubbles, because we did her sister's house, and she actually got to see what the product, what the service looks like. You see what I'm saying? So make sure, in this case here, we didn't have to do the 5 around because with the sister, they talk to each other and blah, 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 right? So, but make sure that you guys are working that system, because guys, so as a company, right? Since we started Mr. Bubbles, we have over 32,000 names and addresses in our CRM program, customers that we've done through the years. And I'm telling you right now, 10% of those have come from 5 around. So you want to make sure that you're doing this, because they do work. You know, you guys got to remember, everything that I bring to you, because it's been lab tested out in the field. So step number 4, do your 5 around. Step number 5 is what we're doing right now. The first part of that is the sauce phase, which you guys saw. Now we're doing the rinse phase. So this is what the house wash is, right? You come through, you hit it with solution. That solution is going to kill all your organics. In this case here, I mean, this house here, you guys saw it from the very beginning. It had lichen bacteria, mildew, mold, moss. I mean, every outdoor organic, mildew, a lot of mildew, and a little bit of I'm sorry, a little bit of mildew, but a lot of algae. So you want to make sure that when all the organics on the wall are gone, right, that your solution has done its job, then you're going to do what I'm doing right now, which is the rinse phase. And what I'm doing right now, you probably can't see it really well on screen. You got a couple spots where the lichen bacteria that died is just sitting right on the wall. Like one right, see, you couldn't see it, but right there where I'm spraying, there was a tiny little speck like the size of a penny, white, dead lichen bacteria. Right there's another one. Let me see if I can point one out to you. You see, like right there in the middle, right there. I don't know if you can see it really well. Let me see. Right there, there's one. Right where my finger's pointing. See, like right where my gun is pointing. Right there. Right there. Let's see, it's gone. Right there's another one. So a couple of spots. I just want to make sure that I get, you know, guys, it doesn't have to be 100%, you know what I mean? But we want to make it as close to 100% as possible. And honestly, this wall here, everything that is on this wall is no longer stuck to the wall. So now it's like, it'll just run down with a good rain, and even gravity will take most of it out. But you guys remember what this looked like in the beginning when we first started. I mean, wow. I mean, this thing here, this house here was by far one of the dirtiest, if not the dirtiest I've ever done. Not saying a lot, right? Because we've done a lot of houses together. There you go. So then once this phase is done, which we're almost there, then what I'm going to do is, before I get the customer, I am going to do another walk around. That's step number 6. You're going to do a final walkthrough. This is where, like, you know, I might need to get my pump sprayer, my jug, and touch up a spot or two. You know, maybe this is also where I remove the tape, put any plants back, anything that I move, chairs, things of that nature. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, it's already gone. That was the last one. Now I'm going to switch back to my fan tip, and we're going to hit everything that's low. Right there. Remember, I want the walls, plants, windows to be chemical free. That's the goal. I mean, look how much, you know, we've been on this wall now for a couple minutes. Look how much water. Just think about how much water has come out of this gun here, right? So any solution that was here, oh, get rid of some of that mildew right there on the foundation. There you go. So step number 6, you know, I'm going to do that walk around, that final walk around, and this is where, you know, I can spot something I've missed, and I'm putting everything back. You know, like I said, taking all the tape off the bag, you know, putting everything back to how it was when I pulled up. And then step number 7, collect payment from the customer. In this case here, she's paying by check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one I'm not gonna hit it with too much because the not shutter, what's it called? The screen's coming off. So I'm gonna hit it from afar like that. Let's hit this plant because this plant here got a lot of solution on it, guys. This woman's paying by check, so we'll pick up the check in step number 7. Step number 8, we're gonna ask for the money, the Google review. So that's it, guys. That's your 8 steps there. Again, guys, as you grow on this journey, you're going to develop your own system, but this is a great jumping off point for you guys, you know, a starting point for you guys to have a system that I know has worked for me for years and years and years and years and years, and it will work great for you as well. Okay, by the way, this always happens. You know, you're gonna have days where you got rain coming, and we have a major storm coming tonight at 8 o'clock. It's gonna rain all day tonight and tomorrow, Saturday. We don't have any houses booked for tomorrow, so I don't have to water all of that much. So I pay attention to those things as well, because I got 5 houses on the schedule to do today. So pay attention to those things, because it will help you. And a lot of times, like, we try to schedule even certain jobs, especially roof jobs, you know, where the water can do a lot of the work for us. Okay, so you coordinate it properly. You know, we have an application that we pay for. I think it's, I want to say $100 a year, and we can follow the weather by the hour, and it helps us a lot in the company for us to plan everything out. A little bit of algae right there. I would highly recommend you guys get that as well, because again, it helps us to plan. Like, if I want to know at 3 o'clock next Friday if it's going to be raining or not, that thing tells me. It also tells me how windy it's going to be. I've had days where the office manager called me and said, hey, we have to reschedule some of the houses because, you know, between this time and that time, there's going to be 30-mile-an-hour winds. And sure enough, it was true. I don't know how they know. I don't know what kind of witchcraft these people do to know this stuff, but you know, they do. Now, let me put my line a little bit, because it's the only part left, guys, to do the porch here. This area, and wet down the plants. These dormers real good, the windows, they look amazing, by the way, and so does these gutters. Ooh. Here we go. Get rid of all this dirt. So I'm excited because you guys are literally getting to see how I build Mr. Bubbles right here. This house washing system is what has gotten me, you know, given me everything I have with my company. Because, you know, everyone, oh, right here, look at this guy. Oh, that's dirty. Move this aside real quick here. Got a couple bricks right there. Okay, fell off right there. I'm gonna try to get that from afar because I don't want to get the camera too wet. Oh, right there, wasp nest. Yeah, because a lot of what you're going to be doing, guys, is this house washing. You know, bread and butter, baby. Like you guys are here with me, you're getting wet with me. Look at that. Wow, sorry about that, guys. The battery died on me. Just replaced the battery, but there you have it. We're gonna get the rest with the blower there, a little blower, little steel blower. And like I said, make sure Plant protection, guys, you water everything really well at the end. And I wanted to bring this up too. Somebody in the comment section this past week made a comment that you know, taping up electrical boxes is a waste of time, that the solution can't do anything to it, that it doesn't damage anything, that you don't have to do that part. I'm telling you guys this right now, guys, make sure that you do everything like I teach you, you know, because, you know, I've said this before, you know, dumb people, you know, make mistakes, never learn from them. Smart people make mistakes, learn from them, try not to repeat them. But then you have wise people that learn from the mistakes of others. Guys, please, you know, learn from my mistakes. I'm telling you right now, make sure you water the plants. Make sure you move potted plants, because they will die. Make sure you spend a good, you know, 10 to 15 minutes watering plants at the end, and, you know, offer home protection. Cover the Verizon box, cover the outlets, put a, you know, tape on the ring camera. Here they didn't have one, but make sure you cover your ring camera, your electrical outlets. If the outlets have those any sort of you know, cord in it, make sure you take the cord out, and then you're never going to have any issues. So make sure guys are doing that, because or else you're going to run into some issues. It may cause a negative complaint for you on Google or Facebook, and you don't want that. Okay, but there you have it. I'm super excited about this series, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the series, and you know, whether or not you guys are learning. I love hearing your feedback. And you guys, man, I say this all the time, and I know I'm biased because it's the, you know, it's our channel, but man, you guys really are the best community in the pressure washing industry. I love this community that we're building, supportive community, help each other out. We got a private group on Facebook. Of course, you got to be a member of the channel for that. And man, I just love everything that we're doing here, guys. It's amazing what we've built together. And then one last thing, you know, make sure you get your business in a box. Like I said, that's going to be a difference maker for you guys, a game changer. It's got one of the things that I really like about the business in a box, guys, is that it has, like, all the pictures, the Google SEO pictures already has the SEO embedded in the pictures. So when you post those pictures on your GMB, your Google My Business page, guys, that's going to help you with your ranking. And then also through the years, we've had a lot of people say to us, oh man, I hired you because of the pictures. You guys do some amazing work. So those pictures will actually help you sell your service to the client, help you increase your sales. And that's what this channel is all about, guys. As you all know, you know, the Mr. Bubbles channels is really a trade school. Like, you remember back in the day? Not back in the day, I know they still have trade school, but that's what this is, guys. This is a power washing academy. We teach you how to build your own rig, how to make your own chemicals, your own siphon tube, how to wash a house, deck, patio. That's what this is all about, right? Helping each other grow. Because, you know, like I say all the time, right? The more you know, the more you'll grow. Stay glued into the channel, guys. I got a lot of great content coming out. I got a lot of great series. So make sure you keep your eyeball glued to what we're doing, because you will learn. And I promise you, because I lab test everything, guys. So if you go out there and you put into action the things I teach you, it's going to be a difference maker for you. Make sure you email me if you have any questions. If you want the business in a box, let me know. Also, to get the business in a box, the link is in the description of this video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out. Okay, guys, let's do a final walkthrough here. I just finished putting away all the hoses. Of course, I'm doing step number 6 right now, which is a walkthrough. I've already removed all the tape, the bag. You guys can see, look how awesome all of this looks up there. All of those pesky, what are those things called? Those little wasp's nests. They're all done. Like I said, I've already removed. Look at that, guys. Wow. So I'll put up a good before and after here for you guys. Look at that. Amazing. And remember guys, this was a 6% solution that we made together at the shop. You saw it took a little bit more work than is it, you know, if I was downstreaming it, soft washing it. You know, I had to, with the downstreaming, it took me what, 4 or 5 coatings, but at least we got her done. There you guys go. Look at that. All of that lichen, all of that bacteria, 100% done. So look at that. Looks amazing, right? Moving on here. That's what I'm doing. Step number 6. I'm just, you know, trying to identify something I've missed, but I was pretty thorough here. Look at that, guys. Dormers up there. Everything looks good. Everything looks clean. All the wasps nests, they're all gone. Look at that. House is 100% ready to go. And that's what it's all about. That's why, you know, we talked about the branding, right? Branding is what you do to build a reputation for yourself. You know, do quality work out there, and that comes from consistency, guys. Consistency is what's going to get you a lot of return customers that will year after year come back. You guys remember how nasty and dirty that wall was? I'm saying that door. Look how clean it looks. Looks brand new. All right. So make sure you guys are working that system. Let that system work for you. Get out there, guys. Make sure you chase that money, and you know, do a great job for customers. And year after year, you're going to have amazing results for yourself. Catch you guys on the next one.